Hello everyone, I am Miss Priyanka Sanjay Late, working as lecturer at Mua Education Society's Mua Rural Institute of Pharmacy Sone. In this presentation, I am going to discuss topic that is the channels of distribution. Content of presentation: channels of distributions, importance of channels, channels design decisions, levels of channels distributions, methods of direct selling, types of middleman. There are two main types of middleman. First, functional middleman, and second, merchant middleman. Now firstly, we will discuss channels of distributions. A distribution channel consists of the set of peoples and firms involved in the transfer of title to a product as the product moves from the producers to the ultimate consumer. They are the set of pathways a product or services follow after production. There may be several intermediaries or middlemen who operate to facilitate the flow of the physical products or its ownership from the producers to the consumer. Definitions of distributions: distribution means the process of transferring the product from the factory into the hand of its consumer. The distribution channels are the various outlets through which products move from manufacturers to consumer. There are different channels of distributions, and the selection of an appropriate one depends on the requirement of the manufacturer and the needs of the consumers and the nature of products. Next point: importance of channels. First, decisions about the marketing. Channels are among the most critical management decisions. Second, they just not serve markets, they make a market. Third, channels choose affects all other marketing decisions. Fourth, firm sales depends upon training and motivations of dealer. Next, channels design decision based on four types. First, analyze the customer needs. Second, establish the channel's objectives. Third, identify the major channels alternatives. Fourth, evaluate the major channels alternatives. We will discuss one by one. Let us see. First, analyze the customer needs. It's based on lot size, waiting and delivery time, spital conveyance, product variety, service backup. Second, establishing channels objectives based on product characteristics, perishable products and non-perishable products, company size and financial situations, and competitors. Third, identify the major channels alternatives. The four basic types of marketing intermediates: agents, distributors, wholesalers, and retailers. And fourth, number of intermediaries. Companies have to decide on the number of intermediaries to use. Three strategies available: first, exclusive distribution; second, selective distribution; third, intensive distribution. In that first, exclusive distributions for specialty products; second, selective distribution, outlets are chosen selectively; and third, intensive distributions, use of all the available outlets. Next point, evaluate the major channels alternatives. The evaluation is based on three types. First, economic criteria; second, control criteria; and third, adaptive criteria. Let us see first economic criteria. Company need to estimate the cost of selling different volumes through each channel, and the next step is comparing the sales profitability and cost. Second, control criteria. Using intermediaries usually means giving them some control over the marketing of the product, and some intermediaries takes more control than others. Third, adaptive criteria. Channels often involves long-term commitments, yet the company wants to keep the channels flexible so that it can adapt to environmental changes. Next point, manufacturers. Manufacturers are classified into two main types. First, direct selling, and second, indirect selling. Direct selling means when the manufacturer sells his goods directly to the consumers. There is no intermediary between them. For example, marketing of industrial products like heavy machinery and the goods is sold through mail order. Second, indirect selling means in this case there are one or two middlemen or intermediaries are involved in between the manufacturers and the consumers. Indirect selling classified into two types. First, functional middleman, and second, merchant middleman. And merchant middleman again classified into two types. First, wholesalers, and second, retail. Next point, levels of channels distribution. Channels of distribution based on three levels: 0 level, 1 level, 2 level, and 3 level. Zero level is based on direct selling, and level 1, level 2, and level 3 is based on indirect selling. First, zero level, it means direct manufacturers to consumers, not included in middleman. It is the shortest and simplest channel. No middleman between the producers and consumer. Producer sells directly to consumers through door-to-door salesman, direct mail, own retail stores. For example, Bata Limited, India Limited, used generally for selling shoes, cloth, books, etc. Very fast and economical method. Expert services of middlemen are not available. Large investment is required. One level, it includes as indirect selling, that is manufacturers to retailers, retailers to consumer. It includes the one middleman, that is the retailer. In these methods, the manufacturer sells to one or more retailers who sell to consumers. This channel is popular when retailers are big and buy in large quantities. For example, departmental stores and supermarkets. Generally used for distribution of consumers, is durable and products of high value like automobiles, home appliances, etc. Relieves the manufacturers of the burdens of selling and provides the control over distribution. Next, two level, it includes manufacturers to wholesaler, wholesalers to retailers, and retailers to consumer. It includes as a two middleman, that is the wholesalers and retailers. In these methods is suitable where producers have limited finance and narrow product lines. Traditional or normal channels. Channels used in case of consumers, durable, which are not subject to frequent changes in a fashion. And three level, it includes manufacturers to wholesaler, wholesalers to jobber, jobbers to retailers, retailers to consumer. It includes two or more middlemen, that is wholesalers, jobbers, and retailers. This is the longest channels. Producers hands over the entire output to the agent, wholesale them to the wholesalers. In case of cloth, this channel is widely used, results in wider distributions of products. Next, methods of direct selling. There are 5 methods of direct selling. First, door-to-door salesperson. Second, retail outlet. Third, online marketing or internet marketing. Fourth, telemarketing. And fifth, catalog selling. Next point, types of middleman. There are two main types of middleman, functional middleman and merchant middleman. The functional middleman again classified into four types. First, broker. Second, commission agent. Third, Octanous. And fourth, Creditors Agent. And merchant middleman are classified into two types. First, wholesalers and second, retailers. We will discuss one by one. Let us see first functional middleman. The functional middlemen are those intermediaries who perform various marketing functions without having any title to goods. That is, they help in transfer of goods from the hands of the producers to those of consumers without acquiring any ownership rights. In that first, brokers. Brokers are those agents who obtain neither the possessions nor the ownership of the goods, and their only functions is to bring the buyers and sellers together. They negotiate the purchase and sale of goods on behalf of other parties. They are called selling agents if they are engaged by the sellers, and buying agents if they are engaged by the buyers to negotiate the purchase of goods on their behalf. Their roles is over as soon as the buyers and the sellers agrees as regards the terms of the purchase or sale of goods. The broker gets a certain percentage of commission on the business transacted by him. Second, commission agents. They sell the goods on behalf of the sellers. They negotiate the sale of goods, take the possessions of the goods, and make an agreement for the transfer of the titles to the goods. The commission agents has to perform the functions of warehousing, grinding, packing, assembling, and finally its disposal. They get a certain percentage of commission on sales made. Third, Octanous. They sell the goods on behalf of their principals by octation. In an octation, the Octanous who has collected the goods from the sellers displays it for the would-be buyers and invite the bids from them. The bid means the price which the buyers is willing to pay for the goods being obtained. The buyers who makes the highest bid gets the goods provided the highest bids is at least equal to the minimum reserve prices fixed for the purpose. Fourth, Creditors Agent. They find buyers for the seller and also guarantee the payment of the price of goods on their behalf. In case any buyers fails to pay, it is the Creditors Agent who will pay on his behalf. For this additional responsibility, an extra commission is charged. Second, merchant middleman. They work for profit. They acquire and transfer the titles to goods in their own name. They are classified into two types. First, wholesalers and retailers. We will discuss one by one. Let us see first wholesalers. Wholesalers are those merchants who act as intermediaries between the manufacturers and the retailers. They buy the goods and commodities in large quantities from the producers and sell them to the retailers. The wholesalers dealing in pharmaceutical products requires a drug license from the health department of the concerned state government. The wholesaler sells the products to the chemists and physicians. A wholesaler is called a stockist if he deals in items manufactured by a single firm or company. Next point, classifications of wholesalers. The wholesalers may be classified into three types, namely, first, manufacturer wholesalers, second, retailer wholesalers, and third, wholesaler properly. We will discuss one by one. Let us see first, manufacturer wholesalers. These wholesalers are engaged in manufacturing activities to some extent. They may not only sell their own products to the retailers but may also make large-scale purchases from other manufacturers to meet the demands of the retailers. In this way, they reduce their overhead expenses by increasing their turnover. Second, retailer wholesalers. These wholesalers purchase the goods in bulk from the manufacturers and sell them in retail to the consumers through their own shops. In this way, they act as wholesaler as well as retailer. And third, wholesaler proper. These wholesalers concentrate solely on buying and selling of goods in large quantities. They are also known as distributors. Next point, functions of wholesalers. The wholesalers performs the following important functions. First, assembling. Second, distribution. Third, warehousing. Fourth, transportation. Fifth, financing. Sixth, risk bearing. 7, pricing. 8, branding and packaging. And 9, market research. We will discuss one by one. First, assembling. The wholesaler buys the large variety of goods from different manufacturers and sells them in small quantities to the retailers. Second, distribution. The wholesalers serve to distribute the goods to the retailers who are generally widely scattered. Third, warehousing. The goods purchased from different manufacturers or producers are kept in stock in warehouses till these are distributed to retailers. A wholesaler has to keep enough stock of goods with him with a view to meet the requirements of a retailers without delay. Fourth, transportation. The wholesaler has to move the goods from the place of its distribution to his own warehouse and then from there to the retailers. Sometimes the wholesaler has his own vehicles for the purpose of moving and distributing of goods. Fifth, financing. The wholesaler provides credit facilities to the retailers and thus finance the retail trade. Sixth, risk bearing. Bulk buying and storage of goods for a length of time carries a number of risks such as changes in demand, spoilage or destruction of goods, loss due to drafts in his warehouse. These risks are borne by the wholesalers. 7. Pricing. The price fixed by the wholesalers is generally the basis on which the retailer determines the price that he will charges from his customers. 8. Branding and packaging. Some wholesalers also perform the functions of branding of products according to their quality and also pack the goods into smaller lots for retailers. And 9. Market research. The wholesaler is close to the retailers and from them he knows the needs of the customers. This helps in advertising and the producers to make goods in accordance with the demand and needs of the consumers. Next point, services performed by wholesalers. The wholesalers renders invaluable services to retailers and manufacturers. First, services to retailers. First one, the wholesalers purchase goods from various producers and storage them at one place for retailers. Second one, they helps the retailers by supplying the goods to them promptly as compared to their getting the supply from the manufacturers. Third one, they provides credit facilities to retailers. Fourth one, the wholesalers buys goods in large quantities from the wholesalers and sells them quantities to the retailers. Fifth one, they inform the retailers regarding new products introduced into the market. Second, services to producers or manufacturers. First one, the wholesalers tenders helps in large scale production of goods by giving supply order for a bulk quantity. Second one, they provide market information to the manufacturers so that they can regulate their production accordingly. Third one, the wholesaler helps the manufacturer in maintaining a uniform rate of production by placing advance supply orders. Fourth one, they buy goods in bulk from producers and relieve the producers of the burden of collecting orders and supplying goods to widely scattered retailers. Third, services to the society. It includes as a consumers. First one, the wholesalers sell the goods to the retailers at uniform prices, which helps in bringing uniformity in price of retailers. Second one, wholesaler purchase the large quantity of goods from producers, which helps to cut down the cost of production. Therefore, consumers are able to purchase the goods at reasonable prices. Third one, wholesalers inform about the taste of consumers to the producers. With the results, consumers are able to purchase goods of their liking. Fourth one, wholesaler helps in maintaining a balance in demand and supply and helps to stabilize the prices. Next point, elimination of wholesalers. In that first one, there is common feeling that the services of wholesalers are unnecessary in present age. Second one, they should be eliminated because middlemen are parasites growing fat at the cost of producers and consumers. Third one, but on the other hand, it is felt that in the absence of wholesalers, the producers, retailers, and consumers may have to face a lots of problems. Fourth one, it is desirable to study the view and agreements for the against the wholesalers in order to come to any conclusion. Next point, agreements for the elimination of wholesalers. In that first one, the producers can sell their products to consumers through advertisement without the help of wholesalers. Second one, certain producers have started opening their own retail outlets at various places for direct selling to consumers at reasonable prices, for example, Dabur, etc. Third one, wholesalers are only interested in the sale of popular products. Therefore, new products are not available with the wholesalers. Fourth one, due to fast means of transport, The retailers can easily buy required quantity of goods from producers directly. Fifth one, nowadays the departmental stores and large-scale retail shops are getting popularity in big cities. Such types of establishment make direct purchase from producers. Next point, agreements against elimination of wholesalers. In that first one, wholesalers provides various services to the retailers regarding marketing of goods which may not be possible for the retailers to perform it. Second one, wholesalers provides the free shop delivery facility to the retailers which may not possible in the absence of wholesalers. Third one, wholesalers provides market information to the producers which may not be available to them in the absence of wholesalers. Fourth one, if wholesalers are eliminated, the more capital is required by the producers in order to provide credit facilities to the retailers. Fifth one, in the absence of wholesalers, the retailers would purchase goods in small quantity from producers. This will lead to increase in expenses on packing and transport, etc. Thank you.